the maximum size.
Right click.
So all the years of the PGs, MSc and the PhD, they are having meeting with the Dean PGs on Monday. And Dean agree 4 o'clock.
What's up, Beta? What's up, Beta? Chrome. Well, what's up, Chrome? Hola, Irene. ಇದು ನಂದಲ್ಲ. No. I'll give ಲಿಂಕ್ ಫೋನಿಂದ ಕಳ್ಸಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಯಾರು ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಳ್ಸಲ್ಲ ಲಿಂಕ್. ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಈಗ. She's operating WhatsApp. ಸರಿ ಬಂತು. ಯಾವಾಗಿಂದ ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. Oh my God. closely. It.
Presentation. ಏನೇನ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಝೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ನಾನು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೂನಿಯರ್ MSc ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಜೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಈ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವ್ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ಝೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಲೋ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್. Seniors and my friends, today I'm going to start my first seminar. First of all, I would like to start with, actually, when you hear NRI, generally what do you remember? Non-resident Indian, right? But according to my seminar, Network Readiness Index. So don't confuse with it. Here, Network Readiness Index, a roadmap for digitally empowered future of India. This is my seminar topic. The flow of presentation goes like this, from starting to introduction, objectives, followed by all these points, and ends with the research studies and conclusion. The picture represents there is networked economy between the people, and the second picture represents the readiness, and the third picture indicates the index. That is, index is nothing but we measure something, right? We use that index. For example, if we take livelihood security index, we measure that livelihood security. In the same way, this index measures the network readiness. How is the digital network is transforming day-to-day life. So coming to the introduction, now from the past decade, there is a vast transformation in case of digitalization. Okay, not only in our country, through the worldwide, there is a various initiatives. Even government is involving more towards digitalization. So why I have chosen this topic is to measure the network readiness. Network readiness is nothing but, for example, if you go to an exam, before that you'll get ready, you'll prepare yourself for that exam. In the same way, one country, what it does is it gets prepared for the investment. That is in case of ICT or digital related sector. So one country will be ready to invest in the networking or digital economy. This is a just concept of network readiness. These are the objectives of my seminar. To understand the concept of Network Readiness Index, to analyze the government policies and programs supporting digital transformation in India, to review the related research studies. So, concept and meaning and definition. So, first I have highlighted what is network preparedness or readiness. Preparedness is similar to readiness. In the same way, now I am going to define what is network readiness exactly. Network readiness index is the measure that used to measure the preparedness of a country or an economy for its investment towards the ICT. This is the definition of network readiness index, where network readiness report has been brought out by Portulan's Institute, which is an independent, non-profit and non-partisan education institute. Evolution of NRI. So, if we trace back to the history of NRI from 2002 to date up to today, that to 2025. Here in 2002, first the NRI index was introduced by the World Economic Forum and INSEAD as a part of Global Information Technology Report. Here, first it was launched in, if generally we take whatever we start initially, it requires modification, then bringing of developments in the same way at chronological order, it has been increased. In 2007, 2012, 2016 and 2019, the NRI has transformed by focusing on its role in ICT's role in business, government, and also in mobile broadband penetration, and moreover, more of the components are included as indicators. They are like cyber security, cloud computing, and e-governance indicators. Where in 2019, a major wave came place, where the network readiness index is completely transferred to the Portulan's Institute for the further publication. Next, in 2020, here 4-pillar model has been evolved, where further I'll deal with that. And in 2023, we know there are digital threats are happening. We call it as cyber attacks. Yeah, for that, majorly this index is focused on measuring digital inclusion, that is bridging the gap between the rural and urban communities, and data privacy. Data privacy is nothing but coming out from the digital threats, that is cyber security. So, importance of the NRI, where it is widely used in digital competitiveness, that is to increase the digital competitiveness in the within the country, among the all components of ICT, and also between the countries. That is, it leads to global comparison. Global comparison is nothing but one country like India having it has been classified under the low middle income countries. Under that, it can compete with the fellow countries, neighboring countries, in case of digital economy. Next, policy guidance. Policy guidance, if we have to formulate a policy, we can take the data from a trusted source. NRI acts as a trusted source for this policy guidance. So the data what we get from the NRI will be important for the formulation of the policies. This is the 2024 model, where in 2020 I have told the NRI has 4 pillars. Okay, this index has primarily technology, people, governance, and impact. Among these are the sub pillars having under the technology there is access, content, and future technologies. Under the people pillar, the sub pillars are individual, business, government, and under the governance pillar, trust, regulation, and inclusion. Under the impact pillar, economy, quality of life, and SDG contribution. These are the sub pillars under the major pillars of 4. So this is an updated model. See, one by one, we'll go through the pillars. What are these pillars? As index measures, the pillars measures each and every component of the related information. See, technology, as we sense the technology, what is this pillar measures? That this pillar measures availability, quality, and accessibility of the physical and digital infrastructure essential for ICT development. Some of the indicators under this pillar include broadband quality and coverage and mobile network penetration, then also the technology readiness, that is ICT availability. Pillar 2, that is people. In this pillar, we see people is nothing but what is the role of people in taking up the digital technology. Some may be skilled, some may be not skilled, some may require more skills. Like that, we will classify the people. So here the people pillar measures the capabilities of the population, how digital literate they are, how equipped with skills they are. These things will be measured by the people pillar. And the indicators also include what I have told, that is digital literacy rate, ICT skills and education, internet penetration rates, online services adoptions. These are the indicators under this pillar. And the third pillar is governance. How this governance measures, the pillar measures exactly what and all. If a country we take, for example, India, we have Digital India, right? Digital India has now the government has approved that one. Okay. Now the NRI report, what it makes is like that each and every government has its own initiatives. Since it is a yearly report, what and all the impact of these initiatives on the ICTs, on the people, it measures where how it will help the digital transformation. The policies what it all the government will take, either it acts as a catalyst for the digital transformation or it hinders. It shows this one. These indicators include our e-government initiatives, cyber security measures, regulatory frameworks for ICT innovation, and digital public services. Impact. This is the fourth pillar. Impact, we can understand something about impact. Impact is nothing but if we take a technology, what is its impact on people? Okay, in simple definition. The impact pillar measures economic and social outcomes. The pros and cons, that is, it is contributing towards positive or towards negative. It measures the ICT's impact on the social and economic development of the society. The indicators include ICT-driven economic growth and innovation capacity, social impact, digital inclusion, etc. So, yes, NRI in a report is generated, index is there, from where the data will be collected, right? As a researcher, you will collect your data from whom? Respondents. Then at the global level, is it possible to take each and every respondent for this? No. Then to calculate this scores in the index, we take the data from global databases where readily available data for each and every indicator will be taken for the generation of this report, where first is World Bank. For the economic and ICT related data, World Bank is taken, and for ICT infrastructure and access data, International Telecommunication Union is taken, and for innovation and governance and regulatory policies, World Economic Forum acts as a best source. UNESCO, here are the abbreviations for this. International Telecommunication Union, In the name only you can see there is a telecommunication, that is ICT infrastructure related data will be obtained. Then UNESCO for digital literacy related data. These are the sources for the data, and along with OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The digital economy and social impact indicators need the data from the source. Next, the ranking, if we take our scorecards, we'll be having 10 subjects, okay? We'll be having 10 different scores, but we'll rank first in one subject, 10th in other subject. In the same way, in NRI report, country related data is also there, and there is a global comparison also, where all the 10 countries are taken, sorry, all the 131 countries are taken and ranked according to their digital transformation and network readiness. They are ready to in the ICT for the social and economic development. Here are the top 10 countries in NRI who are network prepared. First is USA, next is Singapore, and third is Finland, followed by others. India ranked in 2024 report, India has ranked in 49th place. Highlights of India's NRI 2024. So everybody will having a good score in your exams, right? In India, India is also facing the small exam in network readiness. Okay, in that exam, it has scored first rank in AI scientific publication, AI talent concentration, and ICT services exports. Second rank in FTTH, that is fiber to the home, building international subscription, mobile broadband internet traffic within the country, and international internet bandwidth. Then third rank is in domestic market scale. Here in the first rank, if we see, it is mainly focused on the AI. So AI scientific publications is nowadays the research papers what we have publishing are rich in this topic only, not AI generated, but topic is AI. And if we go on to the domestic market scale, third rank domestic market scale, in the domestic market, that is within the country, there is more demand for the ICT tools. Like here in our classroom, we have many tools. Likewise, one individual, one organization, and in the entire society, people are more preferring towards the ICT tools. Like comparison between first ranked country and India. See, from past 6 years, there is a vast digital transformation that has occurred in India that shows India is network prepared country, where here USA has ranked from, it is fluctuating between 2-1 and 2-1 like that in the same line. But India from 2019 to 2024, from 79th place to, it has increased its place up to 49. So there is a vast difference because as a big demographic prophilic country, India has running towards the digital transformation. This can be confirmed from the graph. First, I have told there are 4 pillars. There are 4 pillars, that is technology, people, governance, and impact. Why I am bringing these pillars now is there are sub pillars. I have told. I will elaborate what are these sub pillars now. Technology. Under technology, access, content, and future technologies are the sub pillars. Under access, we see whether the technology is accessible. Now also in some tribal areas, ICT related technologies are access, content, and technologies. Now also in some tribal areas, we can't find network signals and all. Yes, because they are devoid of technology. And then content. Um, all we get digital content, but how much it is trusted and what is the exact data we get. This subpillar measures this one. And then future technologies. Future technologies are like cloud computing, 6G. This how the country is prepared towards acceptance of that technologies. The next pillar is people. Under the people pillar, individuals, business, and government. How individuals will use the technology along with business is nothing but now the entrepreneurs are majorly focused towards the involving of digitally skilled peoples along with adoption of AI and all for the growth of their economy. And then government. How government is using the digital tools or ICT tools for the well-being of the well-being of the people of the country. Then governance pillar measures under this pillar, the sub pillars measures the trust, regulation, and inclusion. Trust is nothing but how the people are trusted towards the digital initiatives or the ICT tools or digitalization. How they're trusting. And then regulation. How if we see there are cyber threats also. For that, how the government is bringing up the policies and all. And then inclusion. Inclusion is nothing but bringing up the rural and urban background, rural and urban digital divide to a pace. Impact pillar. This measures the economy, quality of life, and SDG contribution. Usage of that is digital transformation has occurred. For that, how it is impacting the economy. Now it has converted into for a small to say in small way, it is a digital economy. And then quality of life. For example, if we are having a Wi-Fi connection among the 100 house, we are only having, then their social status will be improved. Okay, likewise it will measure. And then SDG contribution, sustainable development goals contribution. How the digital transformation is contributing towards the sustainable development goals, like solar powered towers will also be used. Then before going to this, this is a chart representing the classification of countries. Here we in NRI report we call countries as economies, where there are three classifications: high income countries, low middle income countries, and upper middle income countries and low middle income countries. Among these, there will be ranking of different countries. Top three rankers are placed here. First is in high income countries, USA ranks first, and upper middle income countries, China ranks first, and lower middle income countries, Vietnam ranks first. Our country is placed in the lower middle income countries in the second place, ranked 49. So if we take, we will analyze our marks card, right? Now I am going to analyze a digital transformation report. Generally, we can call it as digital transformation report of our country. First, this report consists of uh, three parts. First is the performance highlights, rider chart, and detailed network readiness index reporting. See what I have told is present here. Here, this is a NRI report of India in 2024. This is a rider chart, what I have told. These are the performance highlights. Here is the rank, here is the score, and these are the highlights. These are the other 54 indicators. Here, the black dots indicates the strengths and the white dots indicates the weaknesses where our country is lagging behind. Here, in the rider chart, hollow that is darker line indicate the strengths and lighter line indicates the lower middle income countries. As I have mentioned in the report, there are strengths and weakness indication. In this, the right hand side solid circle depicts the strengths and the weakness will be depicted as the hollow circle that is in the left side. There, among the 54 indicators, top rankers, that is top scores will be indicated as the strengths and lower scores as indicated as weaknesses. India's strengths and weaknesses are indicated below. Strength indicators and weakness indicators, where I have told that is AI scientific publication, talent concentration, ICT services exports, and many are the strengths, whereas weakest indicators are robot density, adult literacy rates, and e-commerce legislation, along with others. These are the government initiatives and programs for promoting India's NRI. Initiatives are National Broadband Mission, National Digital Communication Policies 2018, BharatNet project, Bharat 6G project, 9 years of digital initiative, Skill India Digital, right to internet access and digital literacy. First of all, we go for Digital India. Here, Digital India initiatives has taken these following steps: broadband highways, universal access to the mobile connectivity, and public internet access program, e-governance, that is stimulating governance, stimulating the trust of the people towards the e-transformation, e-kranti, information for all, electronics manufacturing, information technology for jobs, along with early harvest programs. These are also key components of the Digital India program. Next is Skill India Digital. These are the core features representing the Digital India, where it acts as a information gateway and focuses towards the comprehensive skill development among the people, and accesses, it accelerates the digital transformation. Bharat 6G project, I have told there is a future technology sub-pillar that I have mentioned in the technologies. To access these, to accelerate this, Bharat 6G project has been a good initiative, where internet speed can be increased, and this can also be included in in the rural areas to bridge the digital divide. Here, the main aspects to be observed are multi-band, ultra transmission, AI, artificial intelligence, and energy efficient communication, high security, privacy, and secrecy. These are the key components that to be highlighted in the Bharat 6G project. BharatNet project, here it aims to connect the people in the rural community. We have the bureaucratic structures like panchayat and all. For that, it is supplying the fiber, optic fibers for the increase in the internet bandwidth. Digital communication policy. These are the core objectives for the digital communication policy, that is Connect India, Propel India and Secure India. It was came into being in 2018. This is a short video representing digital transformation of India.
आगे बढ़ा दे हर देशवासी का जीवन आसान बनाने का सपना पूरे देश का. Digitalization has transformed almost every aspect of our lives, including the way we work, communicate, and even shop. In India, the growth of digital infrastructure has been nothing short of remarkable, with internet penetration reaching new heights and technological innovations revolutionizing the way we live. The big digital impact. Did you know that during the period 2014 to 2019, India's core digital economy increased from 5.4% to 8.5% of gross value added? That's a staggering growth of 2.4 times faster than the overall economy during the same period. In fact, as per the Reserve Bank of India bulletin published recently, the digitally dependent economy accounted for around 22% of the total economy in 2019. One thing that truly revolutionized the digital services in India and made it more inclusive and accessible is the development of a strategic digital public infrastructure. Digital public infrastructure has been significant in boosting the digital economy. It has ensured the availability of digital components for more participative service delivery systems. This, in turn, has triggered market-led innovations, facilitated faster and more affordable onboarding of services, and aided the development of more transparent systems, improving user trust. This means more opportunities for entrepreneurs and businesses to create new products and services that can benefit the economy as a whole. DPI also has the potential to improve the lives of citizens by providing better access to healthcare, education, and other public services. It can also help build trust between citizens and the government by making information more transparent and easily accessible. Firstly, let's discuss the key component of our digital infrastructure, the Aadhaar. India has revolutionized its digital infrastructure with Aadhaar, a unique identification system that has become a game changer for digital governance. Its integration into nearly 1,700 welfare and good governance schemes has ensured benefits reach the intended beneficiaries without leakage. Its use in the public distribution system has resulted in significant savings estimated at $12 billion by reducing food grain diversion, removing fake or duplicate ration cards, and automating fair-price shops. Similarly, the cooking gas subsidy scheme has recorded savings worth roughly $8.5 billion, and the farmer support program has recorded a reduction of 12 million tons in fertilizer sales to retailers, resulting in estimated savings of $1.2 billion. Not just this, but UPI also played a significant role in digitization. UPI-based transactions have increased 75-fold in the last 5 years, with at least 5.5 billion transactions happening every month. Further, over 1.1 billion registrations have been made on India's vaccination platform, moving, and around 140 million users have DigiLocker accounts, where over 5.6 billion official digital documents can be accessed online. GST payer base has doubled from 7 million to 14 million during 2017 to 2022.
Okay, for the next slide, do you have any opinion that smart cities will accelerate the growth or it will hinder? It will accelerate, right? See, these are the some points that highlights how the smart cities will enhance or accelerate the growth towards the network preparedness of the country, where it's improved digital infrastructure and market openness, attraction towards attracting the investment towards the digital transformation, and then cyber security and data protection. it may be having some backyards, but it will also have the cyber security in a good manner compared to the rural community. Then fostering innovation and research and development. Uh, as the cities are rich in IT hubs, it will accelerate the innovation and research and development, where there is an enhancement in digital skills and development of the human capital also. The operation of e-governance and digital services will be easier. So we have observed in our Bengaluru only, traffic signals are having AI automated cameras, where that is 330 cases have been recorded recently. Up to 22,000 cases have been recorded of violation of the traffic rules. This is a small example regarding smart cities. Then policymakers, how the policymakers will use this NRI report for the driving the growth of digital economy, social development and innovation. First, informing the policy design and strategy. The data that we take from the NRI report will act as a sole source for the designing and development of a policy, and it also ensures that there is a gap in the digital infrastructure or other aspects, like digital literacy and all. It will show up that points. Monitoring, likewise, I have told that there are government initiatives that policies, progress and hindrance will be tracked by this report. Attracting investment and fostering innovation. Okay, if we take one country's report, we'll have a general idea about where to invest and where to not invest, where it is progressing. Next, promoting the digital literacy and education. As I have told, India has the weakest indicator of digital literacy. The policymakers will attract towards the investment, towards the improving the digital skills and literacy in the among the people in the country. So, what are the future risks to network readiness or network preparedness? Then how global crisis can impact the network preparedness? See, digital threats and digital attacks or cyber attacks. We can call it as cyber attacks also, where I have an example for this. In 2012 to 2023, major central authorities, they have prone to cyber attack or DRDO and AIMS. These are the familiar organization, where DRDO is Defense Research Development Organization. All India Institute of Medical Sciences. What happened to this is, during 2012, there is a cyber attack on DRDO. It is a central authority. We generally we will think there will be having more security, but at that time in 2012 there was lacking of the cyber security. So what the hackers had did, the design of the missiles and some sensitive confidential data has been stolen from the this organization, and they demanded for the money. This was the case of DRDO. And in AIMS, the patient's data as and other medical data in the research wing also, they stolen, and they also demanded for the money. This is also an example for cyber attacks. Then pandemics and health crisis. Here, pandemics and health crisis both can access and hinder the growth of digitalization. So if we take an example of COVID-19, can you tell your opinion that if it has accelerated or it is hindering? both. It acts as both. In case of small example, if we take in the rural areas where it is devoid of ICT infrastructure, it acts as a hindrance. Okay, but in larger areas, it is a fostering the digital transformation. Then climate change and environmental disasters like lightning, winds, and flooding areas where we have set up the towers and other higher range infrastructures. There, if we have more climate proneness, then it will reduce the number of infrastructure there and overburdening of the costs also. Along with that, interest will be lost in that areas to invest. So the network preparedness in that area will be reduced. Geopolitical tensions and trade disruptions. Geopolitical tensions, to give an example of geopolitical tension, China and India had clashes around in 2020 where more than 200 apps were banned. Can you anybody mention any one app, because you are also the citizen? Yeah, TikTok and PUBG. These are the prominent apps that has been banned by the India, where 12 soldiers in India has lost their life along with 4 soldiers in China. So, like these tensions will disrupt the supply chain, increase the digital fragmentation, and also access to emerging technology will also be disturbed. Economic downturns and financial crisis due to some pandemic situations like that, the financial um, financial crisis will happen. At that time, it will hinder the process of network preparedness. Then what to do for the management of the risk? First, investment in the resilience and cyber security, like establishment of new cyber security wings and sustainable for prioritizing the sustainable digital infrastructure. There is an example of solar operated powers, that is towers, and digital inclusion is nothing but bridging the gap between the rural and the urban areas. And digital cooperation. For digital cooperation, there is an example in the recent days, AI summit had took place in Paris. In Paris, where our India also participated in the AI summit for the global cooperation. That is highlighting the important aspects of national importance, so that its main aim was how the ethical usage of AI will occur, like that. And these are the future trends for the network readiness: 5G and beyond, edge computing, fiber optics, along with artificial intelligence, etc. And then the challenges in improving the India score, NRI score, digital divide between the urban and rural areas, and cyber security threats and data privacy concerns. These all hinder the process of network preparedness. Hence, the infrastructure gaps also will uh, decrease the ability of the country to be ready to invest in the network related economy. Where these are the case studies. First, Estonia. How Estonia is converted into e-Estonia, where Estonia has a small population, as it has regained the independence from the Soviet Union around 1991. At that time, it was not having the bureaucratic structures like panchayat and all. Their governance is at the lower level. For that, what they did is in 1994 they have took a broad step, that is towards the digitalization, by signing the first draft policy on digitalization. Choosing this IT path should require immense courage because it is a small country. So these are the steps where at the beginning in 1996, after bringing the first draft policy on the digitalization, it has started transforming the all governance along with providing the internet even to the schools also for the enhancing the digital transformation. Then the rise of the e-governance. After that, after few years, in around 2000, it has taken the step towards the e-governance, where the bureaucratic structures, what and all the investment they have to put to construction of these will be eliminated. Along with that, they will be having some of the advantages of governance um, through usage of ICTs. Then the X-Road, Estonia's digital backbone, where the X-Road is a decentralized economy, where the all under one platform. Here there will be they have provided one digital ID card where it is accessible to the all the processes like business, healthcare, etc. Cyber security and data protection. Even this Estonia has also suffered from the digital attack in 2007, where then it realized to invest and to be a member of NATO. That is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which helps its member countries to come out of the threats, not only the cybersecurity threats and also the other hindrances that lower the development of the nation. Then Singapore, where Singapore has taken many initiatives. One among that is the Smart Nation initiative, where here also they provide digital ID cards and digital ID cards which are accessible to throughout the country, and they are accessible for all the purposes, like what in case of Estonia, the same things also repeated in the Singapore, where here as a digitally transformed country, it focuses towards economic development, including the digital transformation towards the economic development contribution, and then governance, urban planning. They use like 3D twin models for preparing the generalized map of the country and for planning of the policies. These are the ID cards, where Estonian ID card and Singapore ID card. In Singapore, it is known as SingPass. These ID cards are used for e-governance services, to take care of that services, and then for accessing the health services, to digital infrastructure signature, and for also the financial and business services. How we use the UPI, like that they are using this card. Now let us know some studies of the research regarding NRI. This study mainly focuses on the highlighting of strengths, weaknesses, along with the policy recommendation, where government online services, investment in emerging technologies stands under the strengths for the network preparedness of the nation, where sustainable development goals like gender equality, quality education, and clean energy stands as the weaknesses for our country. Here, policy recommendations show that focus on health, education, and internet access to improve the NRI scores is must. And to conclude with the study, digital transformation is helpful for sustainable development also, and there is a need for addressing the policy gaps also to improve the NRI score. The second study highlights the relationship between the World's Bank's income groups and NRI values for 148 countries using discriminant analysis. Here, these are the key findings of the study: high income groups, low income groups, and upper middle income groups. the NRI will effectively predict the income groups with a 94% accuracy rate. With coming to the conclusion of the study, effective usage of ICT digital tools can enhance the income levels and competitiveness of the countries. Thank you. Before going to the conclusion, we have our role to play to increase our efficiency to take up the roles to foster the country's network readiness, what we can play a role. So highlighting the role of extension towards the increasing the network readiness. First is the awareness of a digital infrastructure. Many of the peoples in the country who are devoid of this ICT structure should get awareness of the digital infrastructure. Along with that, fostering the entrepreneurship. We have know about the entrepreneurship, but to give the information and to strengthen, to build the capacity in the people regarding usage of the ICT and AI in the entrepreneurship and acquiring the good skills in that, we should give a training also. And then encouraging the ICT based knowledge transfer. It is in the process, I can say, because we have known the expert system. Okay, these are now accessible to the people. This is an example for ICT based knowledge transfer. Then facilitating e-governance services. So as an extension agent, what are the e-governance services available should be taught to the people through trainings, and recently trainings, workshops, and also webinars also conducted by the ICAR. Then supporting the smart and precision agriculture. Nowadays, drones are there, but farmers are not using. So there should be vast research and new innovation should be included for the farmers to use such type of technologies in the fields. And thank you. Coming to the conclusion, now from recent years, that is 2010 to 2024, what and all we took, what and all we saw the generation we call as generation alpha, because they are growing towards the digital world and taking the digital ICT tools as a basic needs of the daily life. Now, in 2004 to 2047, the generation that are coming are called as generation beta, because they are taking AI in their daily life as a basic need. Thank you.
Yosna, you have taken 50 minutes for your presentation and 3 minutes for blackboard usage. And your other things special discuss later. First, questions. So it's open for discussion, students. First,
What is the major objective of the BharatNet project?
BharatNet project is providing the optical fiber connections towards all the villages, including the panchayats of the rural background, so that internet bandwidth can be increased from 100 Mbps.
How can public-private partnership help improve the India's network readiness?
Yes, sir, because investment are a major problem because of highest population, because there is a population crisis. Public-private partnership can enhance the network readiness by improving the digital oriented, like we can take as crowdfunding also. Yesterday she had told Aishwarya about crowdfunding also. There also she highlighted how crowdfunding will take place. In the same way, digital, that is public-private partnership also can add to the network readiness index.
Can you give an example like how a university is contributing to this? How, give an example like how our university is contributing to this?
Yeah. In one of the seminar, you have noticed about digital evaluation, right? Yes. And for our classes also, during everyday classes, we use for the projector also. Okay, small initiatives they have taken. We can appreciate that digital evaluation also. It is also contributing a bit for the network readiness of our country.
With the digital literacy rate in India,
At present, it has a 37% digital literacy.
Smart cities.
Yeah.
Even Bangalore is a smart city. Can you give any examples related to Bangalore for network?
Yeah, now some members you have majorly you have been noticed about in KSRTC bus, no, they're having cameras in back and front. That is that it will be accessible to the drivers for good functioning of their job. And then traffic cameras also, AI operated traffic cameras also. In Singapore, how they have adopted, in the same way our country is also adopting.
Why India is lagging in NRI index?
Ma'am, if we tell it is lagging behind, it is a wrong concept, ma'am, because USA is fluctuating from first to second position. But from recent years, if we take from 2019 to 2024, it is increasing. It is increasing only, ma'am. That graph highlights from 88th position to 49th position. That is, it is visually we can see it is decreasing, but if we understand, it is increasing only.
Just like Bharat, like do you have any idea where Bharat actually implemented in the
First, I don't.
Just like Bharat, there are some other initiatives for increasing NR. Like, can you mention what are the other?
Just I have mentioned, sir, Bharat 60 project, national promotion,
Part of
Bharat Network.
apart from that?
Apart from that, Skill India, Digital and Digital India.
Even white is
Josna, you have mentioned the classification of the countries.
Yeah.
What is the basis for it? Do you know the range of it? Like high in
Particularly the range, I don't know, but they have classified according to the income only. On the basis of income only. What income? I didn't know.
network readiness index. Is there any cyber security index?
Yeah, global cyber security index is also there. Around what it does is global cyber security index takes all these countries to classify not on the basis of ranking but on the basis of tiers. There will be 5 tiers. India is standing around in first tier, I think, first tier in cyber security index. First tier, there is no ranking.
Can you give me an example of e-governance?
E-governance, Aadhaar, DigiLocker.
You have mentioned the IDs also, like
Yeah.
like India, does India have any such digital related?
PAN card.
No, like it's like it was exclusively for the digit something that you have mentioned about IDs.
Yeah.
Like each country regarding what it was.
Regarding,
IDs, right?
yeah,
You have
we have DigiLocker, we have Aadhaar UPI ID, Aadhaar ID. If we want our profile data, we can access through Aadhaar only, no? Like that, one card will be there, profile data, and other data will be included in that ID. That's it.
mentioned about cyber. In college exam, for ICT subject, we got 2 questions.
Cybercrime.
So it is
exactly cyber crime and cyber attack. I don't know exact differences, but I use similarly. That's
Like, don't you think we are lagging behind in cyber security laws and regulations? We are
Yeah.
moving forward in adapting this digital technologies, and
Yes.
but we are lagging behind the laws and regulations regarding cyber security. Don't you
Yeah.
think so?
Yeah. We are lagging behind the cyber security only because lack of individual awareness is also one reason. Along with that, rules should be strengthened more. Then the cyber security will come.
But in cyber security index is told that India is in first rank.
Yeah. Even I had a question about that, but practically it is back only.
Tires. How
Yeah.
many tires are there in the?
Right.
So what is the role of the government and the private organizations in this?
Government sector, like it is also bringing some of the initiatives to foster the to develop for the development of digitalization. So network preparedness will be increased. More of the government organizations. See, for like I have told, like internet bandwidth has been enhancing to the panchayats also. That is the best example. Along with, if we take public agencies, more of the IT sector background or dependent on the digitalization in the daily life as a basic need, we can generally tell that it will contribute towards the network readiness.
That's about the government initiatives.
Yes.
What about the private organizations, their initiatives? What is their contribution in uplifting this NRI index? Because so many IT companies are there,
Yes, ma'am.
foreign investment is also being
Ma'am, they are also increasing, that is adding towards the network preparedness. So today, if we take Geo and all, they are investing in their digitalization. They are also increasing their digital transformation along with the economy also. This is an example I can quote.
Josie, can you go for your first research? Study. Research study. First one. First research study.
research.
In this weakness, you have mentioned sustainable development goals like gender equality, quality education, and cleanliness.
Yeah.
These are the weakness. I didn't get the perspective.
Yeah, gender equality is nothing but now in a background, if we talk, women in the rural area have no access towards the mobile phones and other ICT related basic tools. This is regarding gender equality and quality of education. See, digitally we are look like digitally transformed and digitally literate, but many of them will be lagging in case of skills. So this shows the weakness as a quality of education. And clean energy. Clean energy is nothing but where here we are taking up the solar powered technologies also, but not in a sustainable manner.
So basically, we are lagging, we are backward in these sectors.
Yeah.
We are not completely achieving it, and it is hindering the NRI.
Yeah.
The reason how India made success in terms of three parameters, that is about one is way current concentrate or exports, another is the fiber and the markets. Yes, it's topic. So how it is working compared to the Western countries? What factor contributes to the factors?
For cyber security, sir.
Okay. When there is a contributor for the people indexes, these three parameters are very first time on these parameters. So which factors that contribute? So similarly, the knowing that factor itself is a factor, you can focus those factors to remain factors of the focus so that you have the rank. Because we say that we have catch up with the, we have got the regulation. But still you are saying that it is in the body in track. You have just moved from 60 to 40. What are the factors that contribute to it? Is the pay talent for this investment made from states like Karnataka, where they have virtually technology costs, where they have got lot of subsidies for establishing facilities or power or major country, all those things are given and subsidized or this. So like that, better also can also advantage also. So by which the talent who has been developed over the last 30 years. Many companies actually comes also. So that is first. Second one is fiber. When you are putting fiber, you can see worldwide, it is cheaper in India. Compared to the rest of the country, it's cheaper because of the population and the capability of the fiber as well. So if you put a road, it will be difficult now. Whatever road would be jam, but network, the same fiber network, lots of lot of data can be transferred. So imagine if you are able to put underground metro network through the city. All of us transport system is all levels. Here we are making cost, cable cost is less, but transport is right. So that we went. And third is market. So market, I don't know whether how it is considered as a sweet spot. Yes, operation is more, education is more because other people are purchasing and consuming the right related products. So indirectly we said the more consumption and automatically lead to more productivity. That we consider. So because of one is the population and technology. So fiber technology is that by inbuilt the same technology, the same cable or same investment made in US is what is happening. Load into the or implement that problem. So this is productivity will come up. And after consumption it does lead to productivity. So that way when you achieve that in place of fiber. So and again cost per installation. So providing connectivity one fiber line for only one connectivity cost is more. That is the same fiber we used for 160 connect. So in that, the economics of scale will operate, and because of that, it will be more economical for provided cheaper. That's the reason we are connectivity. Whether it's wired or wireless, we are doing it cheaper because of the speed and the economics of scale. The projects have been operated in network project operated in agriculture center. ICO started with the this project, this project, and then different call center. Recently, 2012 or 14 onwards, the National Knowledge Network project, NKL project, where they have given the high speed connectivity. So we are getting the internet connectivity 1 Gbps connection free of cost from the NKL project. So that is a like some more project also was given for KDKs. KDK project was given in 2008 and all. So wherein they provide connectivity, high speed internet connectivity through satellites. So that is how they reached even the rural areas also 15 years back. And then KDKs now platforms are established. Now internet is provided to where they are giving everywhere. Even rural areas are having for the this KDKs, many other things are sending messages. All the farmers also now reach with KDK platforms using the platforms like KDK. Similarly for education, they are using the national education portal also. There are very lot of new modules are in our by this using of course some more platforms like mobile based and basic platforms and cloud computing platforms. All those things are also being established in these industries. That are also something because that must be including that.
Regarding important for you have mentioned 9 years of digital in India initiative.
Yes.
Is there any specific things to mention this 9 years? Why 8 years or 10 years? Why 9 years?
No.
No, what are the initiative strategies? Why they have mentioned only 9 years? Which are all the initiatives strategies?
E-Kranti, e-governance.
Hmm?
E-Kranti,
Therefore,
e-governance.
the specific reason is yeah, over 9 years. No? 8 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ವಯಸ್ಸು ಆಯ್ತು ಅದು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರ್ಮಾ you have mentioned for it is very important for the government to know how to benefit from the NRI. Who has to educate the government? How to benefit from the NRIs? Where educate from the government?
Policy makers.
Policy makers, our policy makers, government. Huh? Government has to initiate. Alva.
Yes.
ನೀವೇನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಸಲ್ಲಿ as per your that research study, COVID-19 has accelerated the digital transformation. That means you want COVID 25. ನೋಡಿ 25 ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನ accelerate ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Then how to overcome the, you have mentioned some challenges.
Yes, sir.
How to overcome those challenges?
Sir, to bridge the digital divide, now in case of our country, the initiatives what they have took will bridge the digital divide between the rural and urban areas. If we take, for example, fiber optic fiber connections for the increasing of the internet bandwidth for the panchayat level. So it took an initiative. So this is an example for that. And for infrastructure gap also, many of the local bureaucratic structures now are having access towards the 5G also, sir. And for digital literacy, it is a weakest indicator. For digital literacy, good education should be, skill related education should be given, sir.
You are talking about partnership. Can we see any partnership in this area? Private partnership, any private agencies involved in this digitalization in India? Yeah, any private agencies involved?
I don't know, sir. I don't know.
Leave I have this. Partnership ಯಾವ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾರು ರೈತರೇ?
ಈ ಚೌಪಲ್
ಹೇಳಿ.
You mentioned about digital India, there are many programs.
Yes.
Early harvest programs.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean by that? Can you give one simple example?
Ma'am, early harvest, I forget that one program. Yes, ma'am.
Focus to agriculture and farmers. How we can NRI focus to agriculture other than what the schemes and programs mentioned by traditional. Can you just explain?
How NRI will
Focus on agriculture.
focus on agriculture. If we talk about the agriculture sector, how it will contribute towards the network readiness, some of the technologies like for prevention of wild animals entry to the farm fields, we use sensors. It is also one small contribution.
Nowhere you mentioned these things, agriculture. Environmental
Impact. Environmental impact.
How it will hinder the network readiness, na? Okay, for environmental impact is nothing but in Japan, ma'am, if we take what and all the infrastructure they have put investment, due to the environmental effect like cyclones, it will go away. So likewise, some if some hindrances will happen, then the score will be decreased. So network readiness or preparedness of the country will be reduced.
No questions. So that negative part, can you comment in the negative part of the presentation? Negative.
For introduction, you have taken only 2 to 3 minutes. Without seeing the slides, you have to present on your own that introduction part. Then time I have taken 5 minutes more. And the blackboard usage is also less, 3 minutes. One more thing, yours, I mean, synopsis reference in that you have to mention in capital letters after name.
Now, it's in the important chapter is a conclusion. House plan is a conclusion. Not to interesting to see what it is. When this topic is covered, that's not.
Offense, they will must have.
Okay,
Whatever mistakes are there.
okay.
Almost only after the words, not before the words.
Don't use short forms in the title.
Okay.
Currently, look at the head, that's enough. We have to read the first paragraph.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ NRI ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ NRI ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನಾನ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ NRI ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ. In synopsis I mentioned, in presentation I didn't.
So your phase of presentation, so there was so many gaps, that is pauses. So the audience, could not catch up. So the pace of speech should be increased, fast pace. So as the teachers are explained, so there are so many mistakes in the synopsis also. So even the alignment part, so the formatting, this minimum formatting, minimum formatting you should follow. This is not a forum to discuss on the computer and the formatting and so this application part. So one should follow. And the usage of as I told, so you have used this, what is that audiovisual aid you have used? So last part at the conclusion.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the audiovisual?
Flipkarts, cards.
Cards,
Yes, ma'am.
flash card.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
is not slip card.
Cards.
How to use the flash card? We have prepared, but method of usage, you itself have not followed. So the explanation, you should at least have some reference about the back side. So you are looking into here and reading.
Good efforts.
Thank you.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ.
So the topic was good, sir. Topic was good.
ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ. ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗುಡ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ
Lost the reference.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅದ್ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರಿ, ಏನದು ಏನು ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಯಾರು ಯಾರು What is the use? We show them what is the use? ಈಗ at least rate ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ
Okay.
UI has your mention. UI is design shadows. Digital object is that means you decide that following is only down.
Yes.
You are released IP address also sometime. That is not the number you are given is IP address, but it's wrong. IP address is having both parts. Meaning that if you try that, it will be open. So check that, but address is wrong. And so that is taken out.
Okay.
You are
who is your guide?
Sir, blood pressure, sir.
Have you informed him?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Actually, he said he will attend. He's having some work, sir. If that work,
What challenge you?
The slide changer in the phone.
okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Shekhar, second PhD. I'm here to give my first seminar. So, as you all know, agriculture is the cornerstone of world food security, economic stability, and rural livelihood, and it supports billions of farmers and people around the world. Yet, so many farmers are facing unprecedented challenges like climate change, market volatility, and resource depletion. This needs to be addressed. There is an urgent need to address these change, climate risks and all. To address this one, farmers should practice sustainable agriculture practices, which requires complex farmers to take complex decision making from crop selection to investment in technologies, where it from where it increases their productivity and the profitability of the farmers. But the traditional approaches always looking farmers as a rational decision makers, where their decision making is influenced by information either or an incentive. But there is a gap between this one, and there are cognitive bias, and there are concepts like cognitive biases and heuristics, which are actually influencing the decision making of farmers. And then my topic to explore how these cognitive biases or heuristics, anything, how it is influencing the farmer decision making. Here comes my topic. Like I have framed my seminar title as empowering farmers through behavioral insights, enhancing decision making, and innovation adoption. So behavioral insights is a concept to either understand the farmer's decision making or any person's decision making, or to influence the decision making of an individual. With this background, I have framed my flow presentation like introduction to behavioral insights. Why do behavioral insights matters in agriculture? And then objectives, concepts, and theoretical frameworks, and understanding farmer decision making, cognitive biases for challenges, and then strategies for enhancing decision making and adoption, role of agriculture extension, and business studies. So coming to the introduction part, there are two scientists, psychologists who are worked immensely in the concept of psychology, like Daniel and then MS Worksy. They found they laid the foundation for cognitive biases and heuristics, which later it acts as a foundation for behavioral insights. And then there is a Nobel laureate Richard Thaler who introduced the concept of nudge. Nudge means is a subtle cue in a way of presenting information to take a decision, to influence the decision of farmers or any persons. And he published that concept in his book in Nudge in 2018. Then the term behavioral insights, it is having a prominence in the 21st century, where in 2010 behavioral insights team was developed in UK, which was developed only for to include behavioral interventions or behavioral policies in behavioral patterns to effective utilization of policies. And then definition, a behavioral insight is an approach that helps individuals or groups to make a better decision choices through small and subtle changes in decision making. It is often referred to as an nudges by Richard Thaler and Cass Sunstein. And then there is another definition. Behavioral insights is an inductive approach to policy making that combines insights from psychology, cognitive science, and social sciences with empirically tested results to discover how humans actually behave in practice. Rather than assuming the people behave rationally, it underlines the discover how people are behaving in real world. With this brief introduction, I have framed my objectives to understand the concept of behavioral insights, to discuss the factors influencing farmer decision making and innovation adoption and application of behavioral insights in agriculture, and then to review related research studies. So behavioral insight refers to understanding how people make decisions which influence their choices, whether it may be in purchasing something, whether it may be in taking life decisions or anything. And it is a concept which is drawn from the cognitive psychology, behavioral economics, and social sciences, which mainly focus on why people behave the way they do rather than assuming they act rationally. And then why does behavioral insights matter? It is a very crucial concept it can be applied to various fields. Like for example, it can improve policy effectiveness, and then cost effective solutions, enhancing marketing, and positive behavior change. Coming to policy effectiveness, it increases the policies to reach a larger number of people. Example, like in COVID vaccination time, there is a rapid increase in people who are getting vaccinated because of behavioral insights. Like we used to get a advertisement from celebrities and all, that changes the behavior of the people to get vaccinated. And then cost effective solutions, like organ donation is the one that cannot afford by the people. And in Australia and Spain, they have used behavior insights like opt-in, opt-out model. In opt-out model, in Australia, every citizen of the country has included in that policy, like to do organ donation. Only when they want to opt out only, they can take from that organ donation camp. It has reached like Spain and Australia has become the leading countries in organ donation. And then enhancing marketing. It can create a persuasive marketing strategies by including behavioral insights. Amul is the company who used the behavioral insights like framing messages like Hargar Amul. It builds a trust and nostalgic feeling to the people where their marketing and marketing has increases, and then positive behavior change. Best example is polio. In like Amitabh Bachchan has done 2 drops can change a life campaign, which influenced the people to take vaccination to polio. In 2014, India has declared as a polio-free country. And then let's see the concepts of behavioral insights. Behaviorism. Behaviorism is a concept where the people are influenced either by giving incentives or punishment. For example, like incentives means to get giving a rewards. If students are working hard, if you say some good things about them, they will repeat that behavior. And then for negative behavior, negative aspects like when people are cutting down the traffic signals, they will get fined. By this, they can change the behavior. And then attribution theory. Attribution theory is like people often, if something happens, means people often blame external factors. Like if you order some food on Zomato, if it is delayed, means you directly blame the restaurant instead of checking the factors for delayed reasons like traffic and all. And then social cognition. Social cognition is the concept where it studies the interaction between the social people who are involved, and then it frames opinions about the other people. Like for best example, politicians always frame their messages and speeches based on the audience beliefs and all. And then self-efficacy. Self-efficacy means believing in one's own ability, where it can improve by telling their previous experience, or if like in cricketing or else any game, they have already done it to win the game, and that particular motivation is given to the players to win the next game. And then cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology is like it understands it studies and understands how problem solving skills of the people, and it stores and processes the information. Like Google algorithm, it focuses on previous searching behavior of the individual. By this, it can give the if you search some words, means it will give the next related topics to that one. And then positive psychology. Framing positive psychology is an important in particularly in organizations where it can influence the working behavior of the individual. Google and Microsoft uses some behavioral changes, not just like providing yoga classes and all, where the working behavior is input. And then coming to core principles of behavioral insights. First one is bounded rationality. It was given by Herbert Simon. Decisions are always, it has some boundaries. People cannot take decisions effectively due to their cognitive limitations. Like if you take, for example, if you want to purchase some phones, you will only see the 4 brands which are majorly in marketing. And to take an example, on y-axis, decision quality, information processing on x-axis. This dotted line indicates rational decision making, and then in bounded rationality, this theory says people never come to rational decision making. Why? Because due to cognitive limitations. As information processing increases, decision quality increases. Like it is a directly proportional, but up to certain level only. Next one, nudging. As I previously told, it's a small intervention can influence the behavior without restricting any choices. Like they have the freedom to take any choice. Behavior change on y-axis and distance to change on x-axis. This line indicates, this dotted line indicates nudges. This line, if you give nudges, the behavior change increases drastically, but without nudges, the behavior change happens, but it happens slowly. For example, in repaying of any debts and installments, when you get SMS reminders, you will be paying in very quickly due to that small nudges. And then loss aversion. People often fear losses more than what they get equivalent gains. Like if somebody taken stocks for 10,000 rupees, if they get 1,000 rupees as a loss, they feel more sad than when they get 1,000 rupees gain as a profit. It relates to psychological impact. Losses on left side, gains on right side. You can see the line is steeper in losses sides. Why? Because people have more psychological impact has done in while they get losses due to loss aversion, and there is a small steep in gain side. Why? Because when they get gain, they don't feel that much happy. Like in agriculture, we can tell crop insurance as an example where farmer feels about or feel crop insurance premium as a loss rather than focusing on the long-term gains. And then social norm, people are influenced by what their peers do. Like in traffic, if you found some small place to go in that way, means if others are going, means you simply follow them and you and then you override the traffic rules and all. And then status quo bias resistance to change due to a preference for existing practices. Like they don't want to take the change. They are happy with the what behavior they are having. Some people they don't want to try the new foods by because they are happy with the already having the food already preferred food habits. And then coming to theoretical frameworks like combi model. This model is given by Michael Atkins and West in 2011. This model says how behavior is happen or can change. And this model says capability, motivation, opportunities. These three things can influence the change in behavior. And to say an example, if a person wants to save some money, he has some capability, like he has some skills on and skills to save the money or have technical knowledge about financial inclusion and all. And then he should have an opportunity, like he should have a stable income from stable sources. And then motivation. Motivation is like where he has a reason or desire to save the money. For example, to buy a car or to buy a house and all. And then next one is the IST framework. IST framework is given by Behavioral Insights team, which is in UK. It has 4 components like easy, attractive, timely, and social. To influence any behavior of a particular individual, you should follow 4 principles like easy, and attractive, and timely, social. For example, if you want people to use public transport as a medium to travel, what you need to do is you should frame some easy way to take the tickets without cutting down the lines and queues, and then attractive to give offers or discounts for monthly travelers, and then to give timely, like giving SMS reminders for the updates when buses will come and in which route it will go, like. And then social, you should display number of people traveling through buses and all. It will increase the adoption of the public transports. And then next one is applications of behavior insights in various fields, like economics and consumer behavior. It has immense role to play in particularly in economics and the way the consumer behave. Like if you see, you will get so much notifications from Zomato, like to order some food, like to say, dear loved one likes one, some messages will come, which drastically increases the marketing or consumer behavior in how they buy the goods and all. And then education, the students from children to the PhD level students, it can be included, like to make them motivated, or then to do the assignments and all. Environment and sustainability, like to use the effectively sustainable practices like water saving practices. In US, by using behavioral insights, they have reduced 10% water usage while comparing to the others. They have used a social norm and peer influence behavioral insights. And then healthcare, like as I told you earlier, like nudges can be very effectively in reminding the people to take medicines, especially to the older people. And then these are the key contributors. This OECD 2017 is an organization for economics and cooperative development. It integrates behavior insights into international public policies. It lays a frameworks to integrate the behavioral insights into public policies. And then coming to, we have one behavioral insights unit in India under Niti Aayog, is a piloting novel which under Niti Aayog they have partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and then Center for Social Behavior Change. They have developed this behavioral insights of unit of India, which is in Delhi. They have 3 core functions like scale up behavioral interventions. What are the behavioral interventions developed by these behavioral insights? It should be scaled up to the level where it can reach to all rural areas and remote areas people. And then behavioral intervention and evaluation. The developed behavioral interventions which are there under behavioral insights unit, they evaluate the functioning of the behavioral intervention, and then capacity building. They give trainings on particular topics like financial inclusion of India, and then behavioral review and policy research. They review the current policies and reviews research. Based on that, they will frame behavioral interventions. And they have they work on 3I process. Inform. Let's take Jal Jeevan Yojana as a example for this one, which is nothing but financial inclusion of India. What they do in inform stage means they understand what are the barriers in acquiring in Jal Jeevan Yojana. It is mainly for the to give bank account for every household. So in inform stage, they work on what are the barriers for the taking a bank accounts from in rural households, like lack of trust, immediate benefits, they have found these reasons under inform stage and then integrate. They have integrated behavioral nudges, like social norm and peer influence. Peer influence. Peer influence is where people are attracted by what others are doing. And then installation. In installation process, they conduct some capacity building programs and give trainings to their workers to how these behavioral interventions can be scaled up to the higher level. And then let's see the behavioral insights in agriculture. Farmers are always influenced by psychological barriers, social influences, and cognitive limitations. Behavioral insights show that decisions are shaped by emotions. As I told earlier, it's not only based on psychological and social influences. It is always some other concepts like emotions, heuristics, social influences can impact the decision-making behavior of the farmers, and why there is a need for taking behavioral insights topic into the agriculture, like to bridge the gap between the knowledge and the action. They have the knowledge like what are the programs they are having, but the action is very less, and this behavioral insight can influence the action behavior of the people, and then to improve financial decision making, and then strengthening market participation and income stability by providing a continuous information regarding market structures and market prices of certain crops. It will improve the participation of the people in marketing, and then community resilient where it encourages the sustainable agriculture practices. And then decision making, the abbreviation is like decision making is the process of choosing a course of action from among multiple alternates to achieve a desired result. And then innovation adaptation by Rogers. Innovation adaptation is the process by which an individual or other decision making unit passes from first knowledge of an innovation to forming an attitude, the innovation, deciding to adapt or reject it, implementing the new idea and confirming this decision. So what is the importance of decision making and innovation adoption in agriculture? It encourages the technological advancements, and it improves the productivity. It plays a crucial role in optimizing resource utilization, and it improves risk management of farmers. And one of the key aspects is it ensures sustainability for a long term, and then increases profitability, and then it empowers farmers. So what is the role of behavioral insights in decision making and adoption? Like behavioral insights plays a crucial role in helping farmers by informing decisions, by addressing the cognitive biases, and then it can enhance the adoption by identifying psychological and social barriers, and it promotes peer influence, demonstration based learning, and tailored incentives to effective implementation of the policies. And then when these behavioral insights is incorporated in policies, it will give a higher acceptance by the people, and it will be sustained for a long term. Let's understand the farmer decision making, where it is influenced, as I earlier told, economic factors, social factors, psychological factors, and then information factors. In economic factors, there is a profitability and discontinuity, and then in social factors, it is influenced by social interaction of the people, and psychological factors like loss of fear and all, and then information factors like access to information and awareness about the particular technologies. These are influencing the decision making, and with respect to these factors, there are other factors which influence decision making, like cognitive biases. It is a self-serving bias where people think if anything happens good means they will credit themselves. If anything bad happens means they blame others. For example, if a farmer is having good income in particular crop, he says I worked hard. But if it is fails or if it turns as a bad, he will blame organization and institutional support. And then hindsight bias, where he behaved like he already knew what are the consequences. He already knew what could happen in the future. For example, if the pest outbreak can happen, farmers say like, I already knew that, but he don't follow any practices to that. And then herd mentality. Herd mentality is like people follow without evaluating their options and all. They blindly follow the other people. Like if certain crop is having good prices in certain year, they will follow to grow the crop more often. And then next one is mental accounting. Mental accounting is the where people sees money on how they are planned to use it and where it comes from. If it is, for example, if the money is coming very simply like in subsidies, they may use it to other purposes. And then to give a general example for mental accounting, Tata is the best example where the people seen it as a cheap product rather than it as a budget friendly. And then next one is action observer bias. In this bias, people see people blame other fellows for their own mistakes. And then confirmation bias. People only believe what what information inlines with their beliefs and knowledge. If certain farmer says organic fertilizers are useless, this kind of bias having people only listen to that kind of information only. And then recency bias. Recency bias is like they often focus more on the immediate results than the long-term effects. Like if the certain crop has failed due to any pest outbreak like in cotton in 2022, farmers may have some fear to grow it in next year. And then ostrich effect, it is an effect where people ignore to see the negative outcome coming from the their decision making. Like they don't want to accept that any negative outcome which comes from their own decision. Like so far we have discussed what are the what are the factors influencing decision making, and then we have studied some biases. So to mitigate this one, we should develop some behavioral interventions. How to craft a behavioral intervention? First, we need to define the problem. What is the problem facing by the people, and we should understand the what farmer needs and all, and then diagnose the barriers. What are the barriers influencing them to not adopt that practice? Under diagnosed barriers, there is a behavior diagnosis funnel where awareness, motivation, behavior, continuation, and feedback plays a crucial role in diagnosing the barriers. And finally, they will design the one intervention like as I told, social norm and peer influence, and then evaluate that intervention is evaluated in pilot testing in some farming communities. So they have to develop any behavioral intervention. They use the user-centered design, which is influenced by context, habits, and biases. To develop a behavioral intervention, they should follow some key principles: empathy-driven design, prototyping and testing, and iterative improvements. In empathy-driven, they should understand what farmer needs. By that only they can develop some intervention. And then prototyping and testing, they, as you all know, it conducted in pilot programs to test and evaluate that behavioral intervention. And finally, iterative improvements, where they do continuous improvements for that behavioral intervention. So we have learned about the how to craft the behavioral intervention. So let's see what are the behavioral interventions which are playing a crucial role in agriculture, like using a default option, like for mitigating any climate risks, climate resilient practices. Default option is the best one, where the drought resistant seeds can be make it as a default for the farmers. They can take only that drought resistant varieties, and then alluding to moral concerns like Save the Soil, Save the Earth campaign run by Isha Foundation is the best example to alluding to moral concerns. It created farmers to adopt sustainable practices to sustain the soil for a long term. And then framing is like framing is a concept where information is presented differently, and then using appropriate messenger. Like in Bihar, agriculture, in Bihar they have used female extension agents for giving training programs to women, and then changing time of payments in subsidies. In Telangana, for Raiba Bandhu scheme, they have given subsidies before sowing period only. And then reminders, as I earlier told, SMS reminders can influence the adapting practices and then communicating dynamic social norm. In 2016, Sikkim has declared as the organic state, which is a dynamic social norm. It influenced the neighboring states to adopt organic farming. And let's see what are the behavioral strategies to improve farmer decision making and innovation adoption. Designing the intervention to address specific behaviors. Many farmers different farmers have different biases, like status quo bias, loss aversion, and lack of trust. And then this behavioral intervention should need to be addressed that behavioral barriers, and then tailored communication information to farmer needs. The information should be the communication and the information should give to farmers like in a simplified and relevant manner, and then building trust. Farmer trust peer experience more than expert advice. They don't take extension person advice they often prefer some input dealers experts, and then demonstrating the benefits of new technologies like farmers are risk averse and they only believe what they see. Like farmers can go to other farmers who have adopted that technology and then can confidently take that adoption, and then providing training and support to build farmers confidence, like connecting hands-on training programs to reduce fear and increase confidence, and then creating platforms for farmers to share their experience. Like Instagram, they farmers need to have one platform to share their experience based on certain technologies, and then create a supportive ecosystem for innovation. Farmers need financial, technical, and policy support to adapt and sustain innovations. Then coming to applications in behavior, application of behavioral insights in agriculture, like climate change. I have told earlier only, and then next one is environmental resource scarcity. As the day after day the resources are depleting, it needs a behavioral intervention should be used by the people to mitigate.
Government of the Prime Minister.
They have given these challenges the global challenges, sir.
They have Department of Prime Minister.
Yes, sir.
Department of the Prime Minister.
And then food security crisis. To reduce food wastage, we should develop some storage. And then application of behavioral insights in agriculture, water scarcity, soil degradation, smallholder farmer vulnerability, and then inefficient market linkages. Water scarcity is one of the biggest challenges in India, where farmers are using more water what they require, and then free electricity has worsened this behavior, and then soil degradation. Using soil health cards has improved the practices of using chemicals and fertilizers, and then smallholder farmer vulnerability. It can influence the smallholder farmer behavior to adopt some technologies or innovations, and then inefficient market linkages. It can improve the market linkages where farmers can get a good price. And then role of agriculture extension, engaging farmers, researchers, extension services, and policymakers. As you all know, farmers are end users for any developed innovation or technology, and they should be involved in the problem identification stage, and then researchers provide scientific back to the and then extension services act as the knowledge bridges, and then policymakers can act create an enabling environment for adoption of technologies, and then giving capacity building among stakeholders to apply behavioral insights. Many extension workers lack with respect to behavioral insights. They should need some training to promote these behavioral interventions, and then participatory approaches and co-creation and intervention design. Like what are the biases which are influencing farmers to not to take any adoption. For that purpose, farmers to be included in developing any behavioral intervention. And then the role of partnership in scaling of interventions. Like no one organization can influence behavioral interventions to improve or uptake of the adoption technologies. And then coming to research studies, behavioral insights for improved uptake of agricultural sustainability assessment tools, which is done by Katarina J. McClellan, which is done in New Zealand. Their main objective is to explore behavioral insights that can improve uptake and application of agricultural sustainability assessment tool designed for New Zealand farmers. They have developed one sustainability assessment tool where farmers can go into that tool and assess the practices they are following in their agricultural lands. By this tool, they can get one score, sustainability assessment score. They have conducted an online survey with 133 respondents. And then key finding of this survey is farmers sharing behavior, like sharing to receive advice on improving practices is high. Like they are ready to share their data, and then sharing for government policy making. In this one, they are not ready to share the data to improve government policy making, and then sharing when data is used is decided by independent board is high, and then sharing when companies use data for marketing. Like if the obtained data is used for any marketing or commercial purpose, they are not ready to give that data. And additionally, they have developed textual analysis by using ISM model. It is individual, social, and material model. In this ISM model, there will be 18 factors. Out of the 18 factors, they have found 14 behavioral factors which are influencing the decision uptake of the that sustainable assessment. These factors include rules, regulations, technologies, infrastructure, objects, and time under material. And in social, opinion leaders, instructions, norms, roles and responsibilities, taste, meanings and network and relationships. And then individual, values, beliefs, attitude, cost, benefits, emotions, agency, skills comes under individual. And then their key finding is like they have developed some behavioral insights under this one, like receiving farm management advice. Farmer willingness is 78% to share the data, and it increases the engagement when tool provided direct benefits. And then next one is sharing data for market incentives. Like they don't want, as I earlier told, there is a low low in sharing data, like 42%. Farmers were skeptical about commercial motives is the key impact. And then sharing data with government, low trust in government driven initiatives. And then using a tool with peer benchmarking is 68%. Peer comparison encouraged more participation. And then using a tool required high effort or time. It is very less. And then next one is using a tool with simplified scoring. It is 80%. Simple scoring systems improved engagement in assessment of their practices. For other practices, they are following to improve the sustainability. And then using a tool integrated with existing farm plans is like 85%. Higher adoption when linked to familiar frameworks. Familiar frameworks means if farmers are want to adopt something, means they should be very familiar to that practice. And then next one is a strategic model for empowering farmers by improving livelihood security through organic farming practices in Tamil Nadu, India. It is run by Shivraj Paramasivam, which is in 2022. Their key objective is to develop a strategic extension model, which is a behavioral insight to empower farmers and improve the livelihood security by adapting organic farming in Tamil Nadu. And they have taken 180 certified organic farmers, and then they done step down regression analysis to identify key behavioral factors affecting adoption. And this study mainly focused on developing that simplification of the process or strategic model. And how this strategic model was developed in the study is like they identified some key determinants of organic farming adoption, and then assessing farmers' perception and barriers, and then designing a holistic strategy for organic farming promotion. This is the strategy they have used. They have developed 6 strategies which can influence the adoption of organic farming and improve their livelihood security, like appropriate extension methods, policy support for organic farming, like giving subsidies to encourage the organic farming in that states, and then developing validated organic technologies. And then next one is strengthening market access for organic farmers, and then special organic zones where they can sell their produce in one area, and then simplifying organic certification where it involves the process of giving certification and all. It should be simple. The process should be very simple to adopt the organic farming by farmers. And coming to conclusion, behavioral insights plays a crucial role in understanding farmers' decision making and influencing farmers' decision making. So, what are the factors we have discussed so far is key things to be is a key things to be discussed, and it needs to be addressed in a national level. Uh, uh, it needs to understand the former psychological, social, and economic factors by understanding what the actual farmers want. By doing those things only, we can develop some changes in their behavior, and then integrating behavioral insights leads to improved adoption of sustainable practices, and it can increase, as I said earlier, it can increase market participation, and farmers can use resources efficiently and effectively, and it ultimately improves the profitability of the farmers, and ultimately this contributes to more sustainable agricultural world. Thank you.
Okay. We have taken 47 minutes for presentation and 7 minutes for blackboard usage. So it's open for discussion.
Sometimes farmers usually reject the hybrid seeds because of some tradition. So how can we change their mindset using this behavioral insights?
In traditionally, they are stick to that varieties and all. They have some beliefs for that varieties. So in order to make them to adopt some hybrids and modern things, they need to be by peer influence, and they need to be see the results of the people who adapted that technologies. By that, they can improve their farming practices. It will lead to adoption of modern technologies.
How would you apply this behavioral insight to encourage the farmer to adopt a drought resistant variety?
As I said in one of my slide, by using default options is the best one thing to do climate resilient practices by the farmers.
These BI improves behavioral insights, improve the adoption of post-harvest storage techniques.
I can't hear it.
These behavioral insights improve the adoption of post-harvest storage technology. Post-harvest storage.
As it can help by changing their mindset. Mindset regarding storage practices and all, by using some nudges and all.
Behavior insight strategy to enhance the participation decision making. Is there any BI strategy? You have told BI can be used in agriculture for decision making. Role of women in decision making want to be enhanced. Like that, any strategy?
Strategy, it's like encouraging women's more into decision making, like giving some reservations.
Take an example, you are a farmer and you are delaying the soil testing process. So how does this BI actually intervene and address this challenge to take up fast soil testing?
You mean laziness of farmers when taking soil?
Testing the soil testing process. How does this BI helps addressing this challenge? So, like while changing the behavior, right, this behavior instance should we go for at individual level or group level? Approach should be at individual level or group level.
While developing any behavioral intervention, that intervention should be focused on more individuals, what their understanding about that thing and all, and it can be group, it can be on group also.
But when we go for the individual level, it is time consuming, right, sir? Like we can't go to every individual and we can't.
Then we can do that random sampling technique. No?
And like while dealing or while going for behavioral interventions, what are the competencies or capacities one should have
What?
while going for the behavioral intervention? What are the
In developing,
competencies?
okay. In developing any behavioral intervention, what are the competencies that person should have? Or key competencies like they should have proper understanding of the barriers of that particular problem is the one of the competencies they should have, and they should have some technical knowledge and scientific knowledge about that program and all.
So this.
Stubble burning, generally why stubble burning is done means they want to ready for the next crop. For that immediate purpose, they burn that stubble. Behavioral interventions like telling success stories of the farmers who are not doing that practices, and then using social norm as an example where in certain area these people have decreased the burning of stubbles and all. By that we can improve the.
Like, you have mentioned the decision making is affected by one is cognitive biases and heuristics. Like, what is the difference between those heuristics and cognitive bias?
Cognitive bias is a systematic error in thinking process, whereas heuristic is a shortcut way of taking any decisions. Like for example, if farmer sees the cloudy rains, he will directly think the rain will come and no need to give irrigation and all.
Heuristics is just a decision making.
It's a shortcut way to take any decisions and all.
You have often used the word behavioral insight and also behavior intervention. Is there any difference between the behavioral intervention and behavioral insight?
Behavioral insight is an umbrella term. You can say it as an umbrella term or a tool or an approach to address the behavioral issues which are pertaining in society or in agriculture also. Whereas come to behavioral intervention, it is a strategy to mitigate or to overcome that barriers.
How does the concept time play a role in behavioral?
What?
Time concept.
Time.
Play a role in behavioral. As you give an example also, like time, like looking into the recent trends or the past results, the decision making or the insight we have on the particular subject which means.
The innovation decision process, the KPDs. So these behavioral insights come under only decision making.
No, ma'am. Behavioral insights can be mainly it is for understanding the decision making, ma'am, and then influencing the decision making of the people.
Where these concept behavioral insights come in the process of innovation decision process. KPDs in the KPDs model. These are one of the factors which are affecting in the innovation decision process, which I understood. So in the decision making as well as in the adoption of the innovation. So only in these two processes or whether it has role in the other stages of adoption also. Even I think it is required in the confirmation of the decision also. Only visible.
Because, see, take KPD every month. In all these stages, you have to change the detail. If you take knowledge. Huh? So behavioral change, changing in knowledge, whether it is a behavioral change or what?
Behavior change.
No, perception,
Behavior change.
Huh?
Behavior change.
decision,
Behavior change.
implementation.
It's
In
all
all
under.
these stages, the behavioral change is required.
Yes.
First of all, I think you have not studied properly. You have not understood the concept before presenting. You have taken some studies conducted in New Zealand. You are presenting. That's all. You are not clear about all these things. See, still today, demonstrations are using some video recording. They are the best to change the behavior of the people.
Yes. Sir.
See, your extension principle start with seeing is believing. What do you mean?
We believe only what we see. Sir.
That itself changes the behavior of the people.
A behavior insight is peer influence is like what you said on this, where people.
See, when she all KPDs in all these stages, in one or other way, you are changing the behavior of the people. See, if you take knowledge by providing information through mass media or local newspaper or through TV channels, you are changing the behavior of the people. Earlier, they are not aware of. So after reading the things or after seeing the things, they will become aware of the things.
Yes.
Do you think all those are related to behavioral insights?
In my view, in every stage, there is a need of a behavior change, sir.
See, you have mentioned application of behavioral insights in agriculture. There only you have mentioned innovation adoption can be improved by overcoming the psychological social barrier through demonstrations, peer network, and simplified information.
In one of the study also, I have mentioned.
Which study? Go to that study. You have mentioned use of. We go to that. You have mentioned 6 steps. Which are the appropriate extension methods they have identified?
Demonstration, sir.
You always start with that only.
Yes.
Then which are the other methods? Appropriate methods.
Farmer to farmer learning methods, sir. Farmer to farmer learning.
What about success stories? Screening success story. If some farmer is successful, if you have that success story, you can screen that success story now about organic farming.
Yes.
Policy. That's what I am saying. See, I think you have not made efforts. I don't know why. Particularly PhD students, they have taken lightly. I saw yesterday presentation. Our MS ಅವರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗಿನ.
I agree, sir.
What you agree? See, you are PhD scholars. You have to be extraordinary. I'm not mentioning only you. Others also, but you expect grades. ಇವತ್ತು 2 presentations what I could see flow of presentation ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಕಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಬ್ರದ್ದು ಫ್ರೀ ಫ್ಲೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಹೇಳಿ ತಾನೆ KVK ಡೇ ಮಾಡೋದು ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು
references after years.
ನೋಡೋಣ ನಿಮ್ಮ SCC 25 ತಾನೇ ಇರೋದು ನೋಡೋಣ ಆಯ್ತು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್
How much should
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು ಇದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ Hi, yeah, you have taken 6 steps in it. Which are the appropriate methods? Which are the policy support required? Or which are the policy support they have suggested? How, if you mention those things, I think that is enough. Developing validated organic, which are all the technologies, validated organic technologies, they have listed. And strengthening the market access, which are the things to strengthen the market access, easy access. What they want? Easy access. Which are the special organic zones? Huh? You can explain 5 to 10 minutes if you take this. I think efforts insufficient.
So rehearsal was required.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಅವರಿಬ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಶನ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಶನ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮಿಬ್ರದ್ದು ಕಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಶನ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ನನ್ಗನ್ನಿಸ್ತು. ನೋಡಿ
With respect to the background effect, first you try the pens, why it is not writing both the pens you have used.
That's from 3 pens used.
So other colors also you can use, not specifically black only. And you should try before your seminar starts. So this one is writing properly. And as well, so we have taken, so appropriately you have used the
even ನಿಮ್ಮ
blackboard actually.
ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಿಮ್ ಗೈಡ್ ತೋರಿಸಿಲ್ವಾ? ತೋರಿಸಿರಲ್ಲ
Yes, sir.
ತೋರಿಸಿಲ್ಲ,
ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ತಪ್ಪಿದೆ, ಅವರೇ ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ.
Appropriately, the blackboard was used. Actually, the graph and other things, the theory thought it was coming and right side, so it was good. But it was not, clarity because of the pen. No, it was not, it is not readable also. Otherwise, so the PPT is okay, but the clarity, I mean, the fonts, it's a change. And editing on part of large text part, so that should be taken care. Okay. So this flashcards also is used, so you have prepared well, but how to use that also is not learned. So the backside you should write some text part to support your presentation. Okay.
First difference between that. What does it mean?
Yes, sir. Journal. Oh, people naturally say international journal, sir. I can't hear you properly.
See, instead of NAT, you have to put the full name, no? Natural.
I heard somewhere, according to MJS, it should be in short form. For that purpose, I have to kept like that, sir.
People know short marks.
Short form, mentioning in that.
People, you put only PEO.
There's only how to mention
People, just put PEO. Why you want full name?
Search for their name for people and nature. Because people actually not from people and from that. Take it rather than another. Also indicate whether it's journal or book. We will follow the MJ's pattern of from.
Thank you.